All right, today we're going to talk about something you can't see, but it affects you every single day. The air in your office. Seriously. We're going to make the invisible visible and dive into this hidden world that might be messing with your health and your focus more than you think.
So let me just ask you something. You spend all this time optimizing your desk setup, your computer, your schedule, right? But what if the biggest thing dragging down your productivity is literally the air you're breathing? What if the real problem is all around you and you can't even see it?
Yeah, I'm talking about these, invisible killers that are probably lurking in your office right now. We're talking about stuff like superfine dust, all of us breathing. That's what makes you feel so sleepy in the afternoon. And then there are these things called TVOCs, basically chemical gunk from new carpets or furniture. All this stuff quietly messes with our health and just chips away at our ability to focus.
And look, this isn't just some theory. A huge company, the tech giant ByteDance, they ran into this exact same problem. A company like that is all about peak performance, right? They knew that to get real creativity and efficiency from their teams, they had to have a comfortable place for them to work. So what was their move? They brought in this amazing smart solution. You can think of it like a health guard for the entire building. It's basically a 24/7 protector for the whole office environment. And when I say protector, I mean it. This health guard is always on duty. We're talking 365 days a year of continuous real-time monitoring of the air. This isn't just a random check here and there. Nope. It's a constant stream of data that tells them exactly how healthy their workplace is at any given moment. So that sounds pretty cool. But how does a system like this actually work? How does this technology take something invisible, like the air, and make it, visible and totally understandable? Let's decode it.
All right, so this is what the system is looking for. It's breaking down all those invisible threats into actual data we can understand. First up, particulate matter, those tiny, nasty particles that can mess with your lungs. Then CO2, right? Too much of it, and you're fighting to stay awake at your desk. It also sniffs out TVOCs, those weird chemicals I mentioned from office furniture that can have long-term effects. And, of course, the basics, temperature and humidity, because if you're not comfortable, you're not going to get much done. And here's the really cool part. This is a total win-win. It's not just about feeling comfortable. You get two huge benefits here. First, healthier and more productive people. And second, a smarter, more efficient building. So how does a bunch of data actually do all that? I love this because it shows the difference so clearly. Think about the old way, right? It was all just guesswork. You'd wait for someone to complain that it's stuffy and then you'd blast the AC, wasting a ton of energy. The new way? It's a whole different ballgame. It's all about using real-time data to build an actual scientific strategy. No more guessing game. So the process itself is actually pretty straightforward. Step 1, you're constantly monitoring the air. Step 2, an intelligent platform crunches all that data looking for patterns. Step 3, that analysis lets building managers create a real scientific plan. And step 4, that's the payoff. A workplace that's healthier for people and way more efficient to run. But you might be thinking this is just for fancy corporate towers, right? Well, actually, a system this smart has applications that go way beyond just the office. Seriously, you can use this kind of smart air monitoring just about anywhere inside. We're talking modern intelligent buildings, sure, but also in schools and even our own homes. Think about big public spaces like exhibition halls or shopping malls. The need to understand the air we're breathing, that's pretty much universal. And it really all boils down to this one simple, powerful idea. Don't underestimate every single breath you take. They all add up. It sounds so simple, right? But when you stop and think about the thousands of breaths you take just during your workday, it really hits home how important this stuff is. So I want to leave you with this one last question to think about. We're always talking about smart offices, smart tech, smart everything. But maybe the smartest question we should be asking is our air smart? Is the very thing we need to think and create and do our best work getting the same kind of smart attention?